Hello everybody, here we are continuing our Sanctus Reach campaign. This time around the mission is the Ludas, which is, seems to be an interesting one. We'll see what happens. It says, the pickings are thin for building bigger as teleporta. He sends his boys out to look for anything they can find in the neighboring Imperial structures worth pillaging. If it's not bolted down, loot it. And the difficulty is still Grim Darkness. And yeah, we're going to see what it's all about. Seems like a very orky mission, just looting everything. So, yeah, we'll see. So it looks like there's loot piles. I'm not entirely sure, and there's space with artillery, which I'm not entirely sure. Well, I'm pretty sure that's going to mean whirlwinds, which can be a very big nuisance to deal with. So let's see what we got. Let's see what units we get. Go with that. It does look like we just get some units for free. We get a horde of storm boys, which are pretty trash. They're basically just boys with. I'm pretty sure they're basically just boys with with high mobility. Unfortunately, I don't think the jetpack guys really they don't have much going for them besides speed. So let's see what we can get. Definitely gonna get some flash kits. I've mostly been running around elite armies. I do think that this game is definitely biased towards the elite stuff. So I can get a mech gun, which sounds pretty cool. I do remember these being an absolute nuisance when playing as Space Marines. And I kind of want. I don't know if this mission is timed, so we'll see. If it's timed, I should definitely get a bit of units in different areas. I'll get a Pain Boy. I don't really want Burner Boys. Not too concerned about Crumpa. I'll take some Mega Knobs. Maybe take all the Mega Knobs. Because Orc Boys and Scorch Knobs are okay, but I'll leave those as like a kind of a last end or a low end priority. I could get some Killicans with Shootas. Can get a Death Dread, which I think is a solid choice, and that leaves me with somewhat lackluster lineup here. There's an Orc leader, boss, hero type person here. I can also get a Weirdboy, which is kind of cool. I think I'll get the Weirdboy, which leaves me with still a decent amount of money. So we'll get some Killicans. What does the Crumpa do? Armored plating, increased ballistic armor, and war paint. So we'll try out a Crumpa. There's some Mega Knobs over here. Unfortunately, it looks like on this map we can't get. It looks like on this map we don't get access to any transports, which really kind of sucks. Or the big guns. I'm gonna get Rust God because the Gretchen might. If I have to collect stuff, the Gretchen might be good for that because I can just use the Gretchen, and that way my combat units won't be constantly getting tied down with combat. And at least it was still quite a few points here. I'll get another Pain Boy, I suppose. I might as well. There's no reason not to have multiple Pain Boys as far as that I can think of. This Killican over here does have self-repair, which is I think solid. The Killicans are actually pretty dirt cheap, which is nice. I could get some Scorching Knobs. None of them seem to be leveled. Oh, this one's leveled. +2 max range and some accuracy bonus. I'll do that. And then that leaves me with just enough points to either get a single war bug or a single unit of some sort. I could get Shootas. Or I can get a pair of Orc Boys, which is what I think I'll end up doing. Just to kind of flesh out my force. These guys are pretty dirt cheap, so I'll just get 2 units of Orc Boys. And that's going to be it. We do get to fill a pretty expensive force here, so let's see how things go. So right off the bat, this camera angle is pretty terrible, so I'm going to change that. I'm just going to zoom out a bit, and let's see how things are. So it looks like it looks like there's no time limit. Actually, it looks like we can take as long as we please to collect the scrap. And I could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure if that is the case, but I'm going to see. Okay. So it does look like the only thing we have to do here is collect the scrap, which is pretty cool. So I'm not entirely sure if we're gonna have like drop pods or any stuff like that coming down. Looks like these guys just spawn on top of a loot pile. Looks like they might have actually, or did they not? No. Oh, I thought this was loot or something. I don't know. Is this? Now it considers itself picked up after that. Okay, that kind of. That's unfortunate. What can you do? So there's loot. And we can pick up loot, and I guess I should be more careful with my units because I I don't want to be jumped by the Space Marines. I don't know how that's going to be. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to split up our forces. We're going to try to kind of have this force over here on the right operate independently as much as they can. I'm not entirely sure how the Space Marines are going to respond, but we'll try to go slow and steady on the right flank, and we're going to try to group into one big kind of formation over here on the other flank. And I'm going to get this Killacan moving. I'm going to swing around to the back lines. I'm actually going to summon Gretchen. Only got 4 of them. Well, that's okay. I'm going to swing around this way and go around the back roads. I do have some Storm Boys. Throw them up on the cliffs just to have some vision. Some Orc Boys, Scorchas, and all the usual stuff. So I got to make sure to use the Gretchen as kind of a cannon fodder blocking unit. I'm not. That's the Weirdboy. Yeah, there's actually only a 5-turn cooldown, which isn't too terrible. So slow and steady. It doesn't look like we're timed. If we are, then that's a bit of a problem. We'll see. But usually it tells you if you're timed. So my hope is that we are not. So I'm gonna push the Krumpa forward. Gonna push this Big Red. No, the Big Red is over here, I guess. There we go. And just gonna push these Orc Boys. Push my units forward. I do have a mech gun. That is moving really slowly. And I'm gonna move up there. I don't think artillery gets reaction fire, so it doesn't really matter if I do set up reaction arc. It's like I don't get vision. I don't really see anything, so not really. Actually, maybe I can get some vision if I push forward with it's a gyrocopter. I keep calling it a gyrocopter. I feel. Actually, I can get vision of something. Cool. So we'll bombard it. And it just lobs some rocks and whiffs and does very little. There seems to be some Space Marines hidden back there, but it has a very wide AoE. I think the Whirlwind actually has less AoE. And here come drop pods. So I'm glad I didn't push forward too far. I don't know if these guys will proc no matter what, or if they only procced here. Oh boy, I don't actually. To be 100% honest, I've never actually seen the Venerable Dreadnoughts up until this point because. I haven't actually seen Venerable Dreadnoughts up until this point because pick that up and now boogie on back because I obviously played before the patch or before they were added, I suppose, and so slow and steady does the trick, and gonna open fire on some of these Wolfguard Termies. Terminators are pretty significantly superior to Mega Knobs, and they are more expensive, of course. So fortunately, I do have an okay amount of shooting, so I will be able to put these guys in the ground. And Mega Knobs are pretty resistant to the return fire. Gotta be careful with my Pain Boy because yeah, I definitely need to be careful with my Pain Boy. I'm not gonna, as well as the Storm Boys, because they're very squishy, and I'm gonna try to get that gyro. I keep calling it a gyro. You're probably gonna have to deal with that for some time, guys. It seems like that. I just keep forgetting it. Let's see. Well, I can push the chopper forward and see. Well, it's flamers, it's long fangs. Let's see if I can snipe the long fangs down. Orc accuracy. There we go. That's more respectable. What I'm gonna do, it seems like, are we out of range? Does this gun have such short range? I always assumed it had like a really long range, but maybe it does not. I'll aim it for the center of this blood claw pack. I think that should be the right. There we go. That seems. Oh boy, that seems to be doing the right trick. Instantly shattered all those. Well, never mind. Didn't break those guys, but it shattered the other two. These guys are panicked. There's last cannon and long fangs, which I don't want to be engaging on. At least not with some of these units. Push forward. These guys are broken, which is fortunate. The Grey Hunters are not really a threat. Neither of the Blood Claws, at least not to the Mega Knobs. But the Mega Knobs Meganobs have rather pitiful long-range shooting, so in true orc fashion. I have no idea how well the Dreadnought does. The normal Dreadnought is pretty dangerous, but the normal Dreadnought is only really dangerous if in a shooting situation, because it has 4. Can I not show? Okay, I guess these guys are out of my arc, but because the normal Dreadnought only gets 1 melee attack, or can only hit 1 unit in melee, and I'm not sure if that is also the case with the Venerable Dreadnought, and because he's dedicated to melee, whereas the other Dreadnought gets twin-linked autocannon, which I'd rather not find out though, because maybe I'll send some Gretchen up against him. I'll test it with Gretchen. I'll send them to duel the Venerable Dreadnought. You guys go at it, and we'll see if he has splash or not. Because there are some units that have splash, and I'd rather not lose, say, a unit of Meganobs to a Dreadnought trying to find out if the guy has splash or not. But yeah, it seems to be pretty one tough piece of work. So we'll see how it goes. Pushing forward, I can push my Weirdboy up and use him to deploy one of those protective bubbles, which is probably what I'm going to do. Warp bubble. I can move these guys forward, but I'd rather... I kind of want to keep them screened behind my main force for now. Mech gun, I gotta be a little careful with. Is this a Mega Blasta? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna shift this guy over here, just join my main force, and keep marching to regroup. And I'm gonna use the Gretchen to pick up the loot if I can. Scorcher knobs, these guys. The Scorcher knobs are okay. I think they're not amazing. They don't dish out. They're just decent for as far as orc shooting is concerned. But I got to try out these Gretchen against the Dreadnought and hopefully bait it a bit. I'm also not entirely sure if I lose the. One of the things I'm also not sure about is if I lose if a unit that's carrying the loot, if it dies, I'm not sure if I'll lose the loot. Oh boy, that's not what I was hoping to see. And the Venerable Dreadnought's retreating, so the Blood Claws are gonna absorb quite a bit of fire here. Almost get annihilated to man. Actually, they do get annihilated to man. That's actually pretty impressive shooting for orcs. That would have actually been decent shooting for Space Marines too. So cool. Up. Are those? Those are just Tech Marines. Okay. Last cannons, I gotta be a little cautious about. Hopefully they don't kill the Defcopta. They don't. It just barely survives. Ekes out. These guys shouldn't be able to gap close in this one turn. But I think the trading between... I'm not... In ranged combat, I'm pretty sure the trading between Assault Termies and... Well, in ranged combat, the trading between Termies and Meganobs will probably not be in my favor. This isn't exactly what I was hoping to fight here. They're going to wipe out the Gretchen, but... It's going to take him a while, though. Okay, this is going to take up quite a bit of time here. Maybe I shouldn't lose the loot pile, actually. Might be... It doesn't say there's any, like... It doesn't say it's defeat if I lose the loot pile, but I probably shouldn't if I can avoid it. Losing the Gretchen, there's no big loss, so it doesn't really bother me, but... I'm going to fall back then and go defend against the Thunderwolves. That's some damage. Okay, that's decent. Well... Yeah, we're just gonna have to fall back here. I do have the Gretchen to kind of cannon fodder for myself. I don't know how much damage the kill bolt. Okay, it'll do the flat 90, which is not good against such a small unit. I can push forward the Scorcher Knobs, Rustcob over here, and boys. The boys won't just retreat, so. Well, they might not do amazing against Thunderwolves. They won't outright rout off. What can I do? I can do Rally, I can do Warp Bubble, which It's cover bonus, which is worthless for that. I'm actually gonna do Warpath because that'll buff at least them something. Oh, it buffs these guys too. Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna shoot at the Thunderwolf unit. And in a fit of orc shooting, we do 2 HP. 19. Quite the improvement. Let's see if the Gretchen can do better. Well, they can tie them for damage. That's kind of sad. Yeah, I don't have the best of units for killing these guys off here. Oh well, it is what it is. Pull this last unit aggression back. Obviously, I can't move more of those guys with the mech gun because that's really risking some friendly, major league friendly fire. I'm gonna move the mech gun even further forward so that I have a nice clear. Did these guys pick up? It looks like these guys did pick up a bit of loot there. The gyro or the helicopter can go back. The Def Kappa, and turn in its loot. Storm Boys can pick up some loot and fall back. I'm gonna move forward. I'll just move into there. I'll take the fire. It's okay. Well, it's not okay, but it's accept. I'll be able to tank it. There's the last cannon on the right over here, which will need to be cleaned up. And these guys are losing models, so that's definitely a win. I don't really want my... If I can avoid it, I would like my Mega Knobs not to be picking up. I'd like if my Mega Knobs were not the ones picking up the scrap, because they're very slow, so they won't really be able to get back the scrap piles in any sort of time-efficient manner. There's a long... Alright, let's see. We're going to drop bombardment over here on these... Oh, maybe... Well, no, we'll bombard these guys. I think I might have done some friendly fire there. Did I do some friendly fire? No, it doesn't look like it. For a second I was a little worried about that there. I'm going to follow these guys back as well to turn in the loot, I guess. Which was not what I'd hoped for, definitely, but... I'm going to fire at this guy. Nice. Pick up the loot and fall back. Set a reaction arc if they decide to come back and engage. These guys are panicked though. These guys are broken. There are some forces over there on the right, but I'm not entirely sure what. I'll get this to turn in. I don't want the Krumpa picking stuff up, really. If I can avoid it, I can move my Pain Boy forward. I'm not actually sure if he can... I don't think he can actually heal the Gyrocopter. I think that was changed. The Apothecary for the Space Marines used to be able to heal your mechanical units. I think that got changed. Heal those guys up. I can push a Weirdboy forward. And you gotta be careful with heroes because they are so susceptible to ranged fire. And of course he goes for the low HP model, so we get a bit stiffed there, but it's okay. It's fine. Not entirely sure where that Venerable Dreadnought is. Well, no, we're too close by the look of it. The Dreadnoughts have very slow movement speed, so... Let's see if I can grab these. It's a little greedy. It's a bit of a greedy play, but hopefully nothing will drop on my head, and I'll just be able to take control of that and make use of it. I could rally morale, but that's kind of a waste. So that just leaves this flank over here. I'm actually more worried about the Assault Terminators than I am about the shooting ones, because I have a pretty heavily armored bunch of units here. So I'd like to wipe out the Wolf Guard over there. I'll move these guys forward. I don't know if I can hit them with a grenade. Not quite. But it impedes line of sight, which means it'll also hurt me. It'll impede my line of sight too, I think. And the flash kits, while they're not amazing against Wolfguard Termies, they're doing okay. I was going to say they're not doing very well, but this guy's going to have to face tank some shooting, suffer some penalty to accuracy, but that's a-okay. We're going to push forward and shoot some Terminators. This guy's quite the crack shot. And I don't really want to. The thing is, I don't really want to engage on those guys with my Storm Boys, because the Storm Boys are going to lose to Assault Terminators, and not just. And it's not going to be a small loss. It's going to be a pretty major defeat. That's a third pile of loot up in our hands, or third bit of scrap in our hands. Well, we'll find out if I can heal the Killican here. No, apparently we can't. Let's throw this grenade over there, a fungus stick bomb. I don't know if... Oh, it actually kills a model on the wolf guards. That's pretty solid. And their morale is nearly broken. Unfortunately, I couldn't get in a position to hit both of them. They were a little spaced out, which... Good for them. And, that's all there's to say. I think that's all I can do this turn. I don't... And yeah, that's gonna be it. That scene sounds like even more drop pods, which is a little frustrating. It looks like this left flank is fairly devoid of loot piles. Granted, oh boy, this is not good. It's okay. They'll survive. Get out. Last cannon's at max range. It sounds like they hit, but sometimes I'm not entirely sure why I can't see what they hit. Or this guy is doing immense amounts of work to a Killican. The Killican is doing okay. Got a model. They'll hurt the Killican, but they won't really be able to kill it. They actually came darn close. They might lose it this turn. We'll see. Some pistol fire. I don't think the rocket guy gets... You don't get return fire with rockets, I don't think. Yeah, oh sorry, not reaction fire. I'm probably going to lose the bot here, because they're doing a lot of damage. Okay, maybe not, there's hope. And if I can get these guys in, I'll have a solid chance. Oh, and I actually get reinforcements. Very nice. Okay, that's awesome. I wasn't expecting that. But you know what? Not going to complain about a free gift. Oh, awesome. More bikers. That's really good. Can zip forward. Just unload on these guys. Well, spiky bits sound cool and all, but the pick ability, ammo run seems a lot better, honestly. Twin length big shooter. I don't think it actually makes any difference. Nice. Sweet. So I'm not entirely sure. So I have flash kits here, so we could actually probably push straight forward now. I think I'm gonna swing the bikes to the right and to go help deal with the enemy. Trying to think. I'm blanking for a second there. To deal with enemy Terminators. Because I've almost lost that. I probably will lose the Walker. Let's see. Probably gonna lose this Killican. I don't really see a way for me to. Well, actually, there's a way. I'll move forward and can claw him. And and surprisingly, the Death Dread, the Death Dread is actually really tanky. This guy's really beat up, and I don't think I can heal him, so I'm just going to fall back. The Wolfguard Terminators are an absolute pain in the rear to deal with. I'm going to rotate to match them. There's a Wolf Priest over there, which is like a chaplain. I don't think... Does this one have a... It does have a Blastus, so maybe it'll be able to pick this guy off. That's actually a really solid pickup XP-wise. Trying to make sure these guys don't stay in the poison or the fungus bomb AoE, because that hurts your own guys. I'm able to whittle this guy down quite a bit. I'll see what I can do. Maybe I don't think I'll be able to finish him, and there's flamethrowers up there, but they're doing something. Not something. Oh, okay, that's all right. That's all right. The main thing is I can't afford to let the Storm Boys. There's a melt the gun pack. I want to be real. I gotta be really careful here. I'm gonna try to sneak some stuff from under the Space Marine's nose, but I really don't want to just rush in and kind of lose a unit for nothing, because I don't know how the Space Marines are deployed, and they've been getting those drop pods. I really wish there was a way. I guess that is the point of a drop pod, that you don't see it coming, but nonetheless, it's a little frustrating trying to play around it. So I'm gonna move behind this group so that if he tries to shoot me, he's gonna have to shoot through everything else. And I don't actually. This guy actually might be able to shoot. He can, though. Well, he did some damage. He did 10. Better than I could have expected, I guess. Better than I could have hoped for. This is orcs we're talking about. I did lose a Storm Boy because of that last cannon. And so I'm going to retreat with him. I'm going to turn in. Rustgob over here moving forward. This guy can try to turn in. Unfortunately, there's no way. I can't. There's no way for me to heal units or heal mechanized units. I really wish that wasn't the problem. And all these units are kind of scattered all over the place. If they lose line of sight, though, I think I'm going to see if I can nuke these guys down. Now, I might even be able to, depending on how bad the dispersion is. I was going to say, depending on how bad the dispersion is, it might even hit this guy and finish him off, but it didn't finish him off. Unfortunately, this drop pod is a bit of a pain, because the so I think the drop pod. Well, that kind of sucks. Well, he finished those off. So the thing is, the drop pod, I think is, I could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure, but I think the drop pod is providing my opponent with, or the AI with vision, and so that it's allowing them to use their last cannons at like ridiculous range, and kind of whittle me down. And I really don't want to be dealing with that stuff. So I'm gonna just try to send these guys out to tear these drop pods down, which might take a while, but I don't want them around providing any intel to the AI. I think the AI is limited by the same sort of. I think the AI is limited by the same sort of. Is it out of range? Or is that just on a cooldown? Cooldown 3 turns. Okay. Is this guy able to melee? He is. Okay. Boy, oh boy, that's pretty impressive. 6 damage. Okay, grand. Granted, it says low damage expectations, but that doesn't mean I have to be happy when I actually get low damage. So if I manage to wipe out this left flank, or this, yeah, if I manage to wipe out the left flank here, let's see, where do I need? Bloodclaw, Long Fangs with last cannons need to go. But if I manage to wipe out this left flank, pick up these last few bits of scrap, I'll be able to wrap around to the right and pick up stuff over there. These guys need to hustle on back. Actually, I'm going to send them to this loot pile over here, because there's more loot to be had over there, and I'm going to push this guy forward. I think they're kind of running. They have that unit over there. I'll kill the last cannon. It's honestly a bigger threat than the Bloodclaws are a bit of a joke. The Grey Hunters with Flamers are not too much of a threat, but you know what? The drop pod can't do any damage to me at this point. These guys can still do some hurt. I have a Pain Boy. Don't know if there's anything for me to heal, really. Actually, he might not even be able to heal at this point. He could throw fungus bombs, but I'll shift around. There's still that dreadnought somewhere around, which is a little terrifying. But because I'm not sure how strong. Like I said, I'm not sure how strong the Venerable Dreadnought is. And they're pretty slow, so I should know that I should see the Venerable Dreadnought coming from like a mile away. But you never know. There's more dread. It seems like these guys are just getting constant stream of drop pods right now. Oh boy, bikes. To be fair, bikes. Well, they're doing a bit of damage here. Hopefully, these guys can just flee. I might just lose them. I'd have thought this small wall would have provided some cover, but maybe not. No, I'm just going to lose these guys. Well, okay, okay. So on the bright side, this does confirm that you don't lose scrap when your guys die. I was going to say, if they're just flaming the Dreadnought, that's not a problem, but they're flaming these guys too, which sucks. I'm gonna send the Dreadnought into him and shut him down. Or the Dreadnought, if Dread. They have a lot of hover. Those land speeders are a pain in the rear too. So I lost some units. It's okay. I'm gonna fly behind this guy. Try to hit him. I don't. Wow. That is the only thing I can say there. Wow. As I try to gun him down with another attempt. There we go. That's a little more impressive. Unfortunately, that put me out of range on that guy. And, okay. So, there's a wolf priest. I don't. That's an okay performance. Yeah, the Death Treads are solid. They're not like a. The Death Treads aren't like an amazing unit, like that just annihilates everything. But you know what? They do an okay job. This guy's almost dead. Perfect. And I can heal these guys up. Doc's tools them. I should have used fighting juice actually, because I think that would have improved their accuracy. But I didn't, so would have, could have, would have, should have, didn't. I don't want to. I'm gonna fall back. These Storm Boys are really not fit to engage that stuff, so I'm just gonna get into cover. Turn around so that I have the reaction arc set up, and you're gonna be pushing forward. We still got a flamer over there. He's gone. That's more blood claws in the back, and I'll just fire through their the first row of blood claws, so that if some of the shots that miss will hit the unit in front of him, hopefully. Once I pick up these last little bits and bobs of scraps, I'll be able to. I don't actually know if there's any XP for killing the drop pods either, but there probably isn't. Yeah, it's okay. We'll rack this. We'll rack the drop pod. I don't know if they have any artillery. Well, actually, they said on the thing that they did have artillery, so assuming they do have artillery, I'd rather have it all out of the way. Never be a problem. There we go. This is more respectable. Actually, there is XP for destroying drop pods. That's pretty awesome. Okay, that's going to let me pad these boys up a little bit, because they're not likely to get much in the way of XP otherwise. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to push forward. Unfortunately, the range on this mildly pitiful. Those guys are out of range. I can fire on that. I'm just going to fire this drop pod, I guess. Like there's the artillery pieces are not very good against like large units like that. I can send the Def Cop out, just see if I can spot anything. Fire some drop pods on them, or sorry, not drop pods. Fire on the drop pods with some rockets, and push forward slowly but surely. You make some turn-ins. Well, these Storm Boys can. Actually, I should probably send. There's still a handful of things up top that I should try to pick up. So these guys are not quite there. I'll turn this in next turn with them, and it's more loot. It's about a third of the way there. This is going well. I'm gonna push up to this cover and slowly start destroying. So I guess if the drop pods provide XP, they're very a decent amount of XP. That they provide 300 XP, which is pretty good. Then they're definitely worth destroying. So the Gretchen pushing forward up. If I can use the Gretchen, I'm gonna use them as a kind of scouting tool. Just, if they die, they die. So what? And even more loot. Okay, cool. This guy is probably going to be decent against the Dreadnought, I'd assume. I really wish it would give us a transport. That would be a big boost. I'm not... Okay, there we go. I'm just going to wrap around this way. I don't really care to see the weapon stats. Got bikes, I got Ludas, or... flash kits. Got a helicopter. I got a guy over here, and kind of hustling on over there. Sending these storm boys up. I'm probably going to use. Let's see. There's a bit of stuff over there and a bit of stuff over there. So if I can, those are going to be the last things I need to collect. Might send. I don't know. We'll have to send something to pick them up. Don't actually think we have to pick up all the scrap on the map. I think we just have to pick up most of it. These guys are just retreating further back. The Meltos got beat up at some point with a bombardment. That is. This is really bad, actually, because I'm probably going to lose the Pain Boy. Yep, there goes the Pain Boy. That's one Pain Boy down. And there's still the, yeah, that guy's still around. At least he's focused on the Death Dread. That's a win. He healed himself by the look of it. Okay. That was really painful. Gonna pick that up. I'm gonna shuffle on over there, see if I can't get a shot into those guys. I would have had to. Let's see. I'm gonna get on these guys' flanks, force them, get them into melee, and these guys are not. They are capable of fighting back, as you can see. They do have chainswords, but they're not amazing ranged combatants. This guy actually, okay, that's pretty cool. This guy's actually healing for 20 a turn. What does he have though? He's got a shooter. I'm definitely glad I brought this unit along. The self-repairing shenanigans are definitely useful. Not entirely sure why it says Land Speeder Squadron. It's only one guy, but whatever. The thing has no armor, so it's going down pretty quickly. There we go. Boom. One guy down. These guys are broken, but they can still shoot. Despite the fact that their accuracy is in the gutter. Okay, perfect. And I think I can... Nice. And I might be able to finish him off. I can't. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. I can throw a grenade. It shouldn't hurt my own guys too much. Oh. Oh, it doesn't do... I forgot that that one doesn't do damage. Okay. Oh, well. Moral of the story learned. I'm just going to push forward. We're just kind of pursuing these. We're trying to run them down, basically. They do have cover, which is a little frustrating to fight around. I'm going to try to finish out this blood bot back if I can at least pick off a few models here and there. And these boys are going to get, hopefully, a little bit of XP here. They should actually they should fully level up. This is nice. Okay, so I got a new ability that allows them, apparently will allow these guys to move a whole bunch, which is cool, I guess. It's not most amazing or most... Oh, actually. Oh well. Actually, that's a Rex drop bot. Okay, so that's good. Death from above, says the guy as he whiffs his shots. I'm gonna fall back and go recoup. I still have one Pain Boy running around. I can push these guys forward. I'm gonna need to pick up some. I'm gonna need to send units up here to pick. It's also important to remember that they do. We are now in range of the Space Marine whirlwinds, which was that bit of kind of those rockets flying around that didn't show us the source of. Which, but it looks. I'm pretty sure that's from the whirlwinds. It's just, I don't know. There are definitely some small like little things in this game like that can be a little annoying that it doesn't show you. I remember that there were also Gretchen with like kind of rifles, I guess. I don't in the when I played as Space Marines, and I don't know if you just I guess you just don't get them in the campaign. Um, which is okay. I probably wouldn't use them if I could get them, but it's just a little surprising that they're not an option. I'm gonna send these guys all the way up top, and actually I should probably send these guys up top as well because I don't want my I don't want my Mega Knobs having to. I don't want my Mega Knobs being forced to lug around scrap. I don't know, that just sounds crappy. I don't know. That just sounds bad. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, there's the Venerable Dreadnought. He's far back though. That's pretty good. That means I got at least a turn before he can close the distance into. Because Dreadnoughts move really slow, so they're actually there's a lot of units that can kite Dreadnoughts. There's a lot of units that can just murder Dreadnoughts. Twin link down. I don't know. He's going down. Like, I think this. I'm not entirely sure why. Well, it's orc shooting. I don't think there's much else to say. It's orc shooting. They're doing very little. But if the Dreadnought comes out of cover, then he's going to be exposed, and I'll be much more capable of shutting him down. I got some Storm Boys. I can send them over to the right to go help. These flash kits. We have a very solid lineup of units here that we're just going to be able to kind of drown them. I got Big Red. I got this guy. I think I can actually summon more. Can I summon more? I can. Awesome. More Gretchen. I'm going to send some Gretchen to the left to pick up scraps. And this Def Kappa can move forward. Perfect. Alright. So I think that's it for this turn. There's this guy, the Wolf Priest over there, who will hopefully not kill the Def Dread. There's this Swift Claw unit. I'm going to rotate these guys here, so if these guys try anything, I can kill them. And yeah, hopefully we'll see. We'll see what that Whirlwind decides to target. I think the Whirlwind is only just. Yeah, I wish it would show me. Actually, I guess it does show me where he is. Oh god, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's an Imperial Knight by the stomping like metal sound and the fact that it was two kind of heat projectiles. Oh boy. Okay. What is going on? All right, now I'm getting transports. A little too late. Action. All right, retreat. I'm not dealing with the knight. Not with a handful of Mega Knobs. Even by orc standards, discretion is the better part of valor here. Run for it. You guys go over there. That was an Imperial Knight, and that is not something I'm going to fight with Mega Knobs. And there's no incentive for me to go and fight the knight. So because my only objective here is to collect loot. It's not to fight. So, I won't fight if I don't have to. This guy over here needs to die. If he goes down, they shouldn't have any more vision on me. Fortunately, I don't really. This helicopter does have stuff, so I can fall back and turn in. I remember in some of the Space Marine missions, there would be stuff where like you'd have orcs coming in from all sides, and it would be really frustrating. So I got to be a little careful for that. I'm not entirely sure if this is one of those missions from an orc perspective. I'm gonna try to beat these guys down. They'll even get a counterattack because these guys are so inept. Actually, I should have. That's my bad. I should have used the flash kits for that. Yeah, evasive maneuvers. You can see how well that helped you. So now I'm going to try to get clear of that whirlwind. I don't want it wailing on me. It's going to do a lot of damage. I'm going to pull these guys back. This Killacan's actually healing up. Not at a crazy rate, but it is healing up at 20 a turn, which is solid. It's respectable. Storm Boys can pick up those scraps and then fall back and turn in. It is becoming a longer and longer route, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I don't know how long it's going to take for that EMP field or whatever to just end. So I guess it's not an EMP field, but whatever it is. I'm gonna send the Gretchen forward. They are my expendable scouts. I don't think the Knight should see these guys. The thing is, the Knight actually does splash with its heat cannon, and it's not the most amazing unit against well armored stuff, but like Meganoms, for example, but at least not at long range. But and against a lot of other stuff. Let's see if I can get. I'm actually gonna see if I can get this. I think I can get this helicopter leveled up if I can lower the drop pod HP enough. I think this should be enough. Nice. So I can get 2 attacks, or I can do self-repair. I think we're actually gonna do more DACA. That's a bit of a tough choice, but the simple fact is that most of the time these helicopters die in 1 turn of shooting if they get caught out. So chances are I wouldn't really get much use out of them. I don't think there's any reason for me to get control of the control point there. So yeah, I don't know. The Crump over there making his way forward. Medic. This guy's almost back. So many units that need to just push forward. That said, we finally got ourselves a. I can use these Gretchen to soak up the Knight shots. Maybe spot the Knight. I can see where he is, or check that it actually is a Knight. I can't think of anything else it would be because melta guns don't have that range though. So, and I got some new units here. This guy's not new, but another Def Kappa. Well, that's kind of mediocre. There's these 4 buggies. The transport's nice though. Battle wagon. And I think this guy, the guy with the super cannon, should be a good choice against the Dreadnought if I can find him again. I don't know where he wandered off to. He probably ducked behind a building. There he is. There's our little friend. Weirdly enough, this guy's still getting to shoot, which is... I don't actually understand how the Whirlwind is still shooting. These are Blood Claws. I can't leg it. Okay, well that's okay. That's fine. Don't know if there's Nightmans. I thought there was, but whatever. Run. Run and turn in. There's a pain boy somewhere who can heal those guys up. Oh, that was an accident. Put the camera around. Pew. Harass the Venerable Dreadnought. Make him grumpy and angry and suicidal. Okay, this is doing a reasonable amounts of... Well, maybe I spoke too soon. It's doing okay. I guess that's all I can ask for. Unfortunately, this wall counts as cover. Because reasons. Oh! The guy does have... Okay, the guy does apparently have a... Apparently the Dreadnought has a... bolter. Huh, oh, so it's an ability. I thought it was just... I didn't read it fully. That's... Wow. Stupid me. That's okay. Fine. I'm gonna see... Let's see. I'm gonna dart forward a little bit here. See what I can spot. Pick up some scrap. Slowly but surely we are turning the loot we need to turn in. These Stormboys are definitely good for it. They're just moving quickly. It looks like for some reason that wow, this guy got broken by the artillery barrage. I don't know where that Whirlwind is and how it's still spotting me because I simply don't see how I just don't see how the Space Marines are still spotting me. I don't know what units they have that are capable of spotting me. I'm gonna rotate. Because flamers shouldn't be able to do much damage to me. I'm gonna. Actually, I guess because I picked it up, because of the way the pathfinding is, I'll have to walk back. I don't want to overextend as usual, so I'm gonna grab this and run back. Get the bike set up to provide some supporting fire. The drop pod's wrecked. I don't think they can shoot through. Yeah, they can't. Gretchen moving forward. Krumpa can not get shots on him. The Venerable Dreadnought put himself in a pretty good spot there. I can't get multiple units to attack him, or a lot of units to attack him, I guess. I can get a few units into position. Gonna get these buggies moving. Actually, I think that's the wrong way to be going, but whatever. Big Red hasn't really gotten much done this game. I haven't. Whatever. I'll cast a Warp Bubble. I think that's an okay choice. At least that way the Dreadnought, if he does decide to go shooting, he can't do much. I assumed that the Venerable Dreadnought, because I saw the shield, I assumed it just didn't have a ranged attack, but apparently it does. I was wondering what that whole... because it was showing that the thing has a zone of control, so I'm like, huh, what's the zone of control? But Grey Hunters, okay, that's good. Nice. Broken. Cool. Perfect. Alright. In the meantime, we're boogieing on back with our ill-gotten gains, and I can send Gretchen out to do some recon. Now these guys can crawl back. I could probably load them up in the transport next turn. And end turn. They are... Is it not going to? Oh boy. Okay, that's not... Okay. Okay. I was a little terrified. I was a little terrified the Dreadnought would like kill my stuff very quickly, but it didn't. It did okay. It did some damage, but nothing that cannot be overcome. Those guys are running for dear life. That's a lot worse. I really don't like how it. You don't get to see like the wherever. I really don't like how it doesn't show you where like what the shots are hitting and like what the damage is doing. Tearing through this Dreadnought mighty quick. Okay, I can disengage to here. Can I shoot him? Is there... Okay, it looks like there's actually... Nice! Okay. This thing has transport capacity? It does not. I don't know. Well, both of these are kind of meh. 10 shock damage. We'll try this. Try what being louder does for me. I'm going to send the Gretchen forward just to scout. There's some long fangs with heavy bolters. I'm going to push the Killacan forward. Gotta push the mech gun forward. I guess that has to secure a kill to actually get any Oops. My correction didn't make it. That's incredibly what a moving tale. Poor Gretch. Getting wrecked. These guys need to move back and turn in. Turn in. It does look like the whirlwind stopped shooting, so maybe it had some leftover vision from before. There are still scraps here, so I do want to I'll see if I can find what's up and get that whirlwind dead. I'm getting the bikes clear. Wow. Some shooting. That's an alright amount of shooting. These guys are all pretty messed up morale-wise. Unfortunately, the orc weapons not only are inaccurate at long range, they also don't tend to have long range. Now this dreadnought's kind of blocking here. I'm gonna see if I can pulverize it. There we go. Cleared it out of the way. Anytime my orc boys can retreat, I'll turn around with the these guys because the knight is no longer. Apparently, the knight's not pursuing. I don't want to see if it actually is a knight, so that's why I'm sending the Gretchen forward to see if they can scout it out. But I'm a little curious. And in the meantime, moving to turn in. Mech gun's fired. This gun has not fired. I'll run up into the hills and see what I can scout. The mech gun is moving. Oh, God, there we go. Thank you. I'm trying to use the Gretchen as kind of like a distraction, just draw away the enemy's attention or the AI's focus, but. The pushing into the center here is going to be a little rough. There's a lot of Space Marines there. Is there anything I should heal? That's actually healable. It looks. I'm relying so much on the mech units. Those guys can turn in. Perfect. All right. Almost there to turn in. Chopper moving forward. So much stuff to turn in. It's going pretty well, I think. I don't know. I have no point of reference, I guess. But set reaction fork, and I hope for the best. Oh boy. Yeah, they'll kill some Gretchen, that's whatever. That's the Gretchen's sole purpose, so. Sounds like they still have quite a few war machines on the field. Let's see if we can find that whirlwind that was being such a nuisance. I'm gonna send the copter and the storm boys in because if they can get on top of the whirlwind does have a bit of, the whirlwind is a little better protected than the def gun or the whatever it is. But because I do think it has like a roof-mounted machine gun, but it's nowhere near. Wow, when you're spoiled and used to Space Marine shooting, like I remember. Granted, it was a while ago that I did the Space Marine stuff, but I remember how much better the Space Marine shooting was. And it's a little disappointing that playing orcs and watching shots that you're just used to hitting, not coming close. It's okay though. Just need to get unspoiled. Try to mow these guys down, and then retreat. Gotta keep pushing the gun forward because even if it is in range of some units, I want it to stay in range and just be. Ideally, I'd like for it to be like getting some kills, but it's just not. It's not because so that it could level up. Because there are some pretty cool abilities. I think. Well, I do think the that's a rhino, a pack leader, gray hunter. Why not? Snipe him, pop. And there we go. Well, it's less than impressive, but it's okay. I'm just kind of trying to scout around, snoop around, and all that sort of stuff. Oh boy. But yeah, making our way forward. Looks like this guy's does this guy have a self-repair? Or was that simply from leveling up? Maybe leveling. I forget if leveling yourself up self-repairs you. That was a mistake. Because now my units are stuck. How long till I can recruit? Okay, it's another turn till I can summon a bajillion Gretchen. This is a pretty beat up bike. That's good. There we go. We're busting through these defenses, and if we can do that, I think we'll be in a solid position. Cool. Slowly but surely, just making our way forward here. Let's send the copter forward and see what I can get, or see what I can see. Long fangs back there, they're broken. There's a rhino. The units do regroup fairly quickly, I think, though. If they're near a unit that's not broken, they're not going to stay down for long. I'm kind of getting bottlenecked here, which is definitely not doing me any favors. That's another turn in. And these Storm Boys have some gears to turn in. So that's going to be 15, and these Storm Boys will be in a turn. These boys will be another turn. Let's see if I can finish these guys off. Unfortunately there's this. Well, we can try. I do want to get a visual of that knight. Just see if it's actually there. If my Gretchen just get vaporized this upcoming turn, then I'll know it's a knight anyway. But and I think that's it. I think we've moved everything we can, and might as well end turn. So there's just jump troops. So they got a whole bunch of fast movers. Oh boy. Not gonna lie, that was more than a little frustrating. The AI's willingness. Oh god, I might have lost some units there too. I really wish. Oh well, I got my confirmation, and it cost me an entire unit of knobs. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have waited for confirmation. Just. Oh boy, that's 2 units down. These are probably my highest casualties this game. This is really not good. I don't know. The Dreadnought with its quad autocannon can probably... Yeah, it's going to pick off a Mega Knob model every volley. Oh boy. I just had my highest casualties of this game to date. Because these guys got a really crazy amount of RNG. As well as some very suicidal AI behavior. Oh, that's so incredibly frustrating. I don't even know what to say. I'm actually pretty frustrated because this whole suicidal gambit here by the AI, it It's just AI, the way it behaves sometimes. It's annoying. Oh well, it is what it is. I'll take the always crits and fall back. Probably, maybe not. Well, there's a problem now. I can't really push into this because they do have a dreadnought back there, and they have the long fangs with missiles. So until I group up more units, I'm not gonna be able, and I just lost some of my best units to deal with them. So I don't know where my boys went. There we go. I'm almost done, although it's okay. I only need 4 more. And I still do have the mech gun, which is a pretty powerful unit. I'm gonna fire over here. It's more so just because this is a central position. That was great, I guess. I don't know. More. Oh no! Oh no! What is this? Oh no! That's really not. That was not intentional. And yeah, I'm probably just lost the copter. Oh well. That guy's dead. I can't quite get at that, so I'm just gonna mow through the rhino. Move into here. Oh, nice though. I get, when I take the Space Marine cap, I get free units. It's pretty awesome. Okay, sweet. Some of these are kind of mad. They're kilocans with rockets, but I guess they're all kind of mad. They're all kilocans with rockets, but that's whatever. Let's get some return fire. Sweet though. Get 'em. Fungus stick bomb. Pushing over to here. You gotta try to finish these guys off. Cool. Alright. So we just got a second wind. I'm gonna pulverize these long fangs. Move up to here. This is ridiculous that it's taking this. Oh wow, that. Oh, it is what it is. Let's see. Kill a can with rocket, push forward, try to snipe these long fangs, finish them off. They're gone. Rhino, not gone, but it's okay. We'll finish them off in a little bit. I actually expected the flash kits to do a little more damage, especially, well, and then they do that. It's very random sometimes. I think that was my biggest problem with this game when I was playing Space Marines as well. That it can be a bit random. It's just that with the orcs with their much lower, I guess with the orcs having their stats so much lower, it's even more obvious sometimes just how random things can be. But that is another nice pickup. And on we go. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I definitely think that the randomness can be a little frustrating. And I get a whole bunch of Gretchen, who I can immediately send out to kind of soak shots. And Meltas are terrible against Gretchen, by the way, because the Meltas only hit 1 unit. They're very strong and against kind of if you need to pick apart a single strong squad, especially early on with Space Marines, they can be very strong, but since they give you a sort of counter to high-end units early on, you don't have that. You might not have otherwise. But let's see, this gun's already fired. These guys are almost back to base, ready to. And there's a knight, so I got my confirmation that it was a knight indeed. And I guess that's practically speaking it. I don't. Unless these guys can shoot at anything, they can't, so... most of my opponent's units, though, at this point are kind of just falling apart. So the biggest problem is this right flank, which is holding rather well. There's 2 dreadnoughts, so I was actually wrong. I assumed it was just a handful. So I'm just going to fall back and regroup. I actually think that if I collect I actually probably won't even have to... I don't think this counts as a loot pile, but we'll see. If I don't know if I'll have to turn in my scrap all the way back at base on those small little areas. Oh boy. So I guess the way this ability works is that it actually means that you fire twice in a single round of shooting, or in a single set of shooting, rather than... These Gretchen are providing some good cannon fire buffer against these guys. I think those are Meltas. That's not good, but it's whatever. Gretchen versus Blood... Even the Blood Claws will trash Gretchen. That's actually one of the only purposes, in my opinion, for Blood Claws for Space Marines, is that they not have cheap units like Gretchen, like very, very cheap units, super effectively. Gets stepped on by a knight. That's still pretty funny. I actually lost my copter to the Long Fangs. That is... Ugh. Ugh, this right flank just went downhill very quickly. I still think it's going to be a pretty decisive win for me. But that does not mean I'm happy about this, the way this has gone, and so yeah. I need to get these... Alright, I got to turn in, which is perfect. I think I should have made more use of the flash bomb and the flash kits to kind of zone... But the thing is that you don't know where your enemy is units... Wow, that's pretty pathetic. They actually hit just as hard with chainsword. But, that's one of the annoying things. I have no clue where I had no clue where their units are. So it's hard to use the zoning tools properly. Wow, such shooting. It's good. Back off. Run in with the Gretch. That hurt. That was pitiful. So all in all, it's going pretty well. I still have my mech gun. Which is not doing very much sometimes, and sometimes it does a good job, but this was one of those not doing very much moments. Maybe you will join the Allfather. Alright, let's see. Rocket launcher. Unfortunately, the orcs don't get a selection of rocket types either, which is another unfortunate. The Space Marines can use they can use crack missiles, or they can use no range. But yeah, the Space Marines can use crack missiles. They can use That was really sad. But the Space Marines can use crack missiles. They can use what's this? 15 cover bonus. The cover bonus, because these guys do need to get close to do much. Nice. It's actually a pretty solid pickup for him. Alright, let's see. Fortunately, this wreck here needs to go. Perfect. I'm going to throw the Gretchen forward. I'm just trying to use the Gretchen as kind of a meat shield for the rest of my force. And the Rhino. This Rhino will hopefully go down. The Space Marine. Oh, welp. Oops. That's all I can really say. Oops. That was risky. I did shoot through my 2 units there, but it's okay. Once we overwhelm this area, I think it's just going to be a handful of turn-ins left, and then warp bubble. Let's see. I need to turn in just a handful more loot. These guys, it's going to be a tiny bit more. Gretchen marching forward. Stormboys forward. It's going to be 2 more piles, or 2 more bits of loot. And if I can turn in right there, then it's going to be very easy. If I can't, it's going to be a little tougher. Looks like I got Wolfguard Terminators in my backline, which I'm not entirely sure how these guys got here. It's probably one of the, like I said, it's probably one of those flanking maps where the AI just randomly gets units all over the place. Should probably send them reinforcements. Send them the buggies. Because I moved. Alright, so we're going to enter and hope not to get wrecked by RNG again. Last cannons are going to put my Def Comp out of commission, because... Oh, apparently not, so there's going to be something else to do with Predator. Starting to lose some of my most expensive units here, which is really not good. This is becoming nothing more than an attrition-based grind, except I'm not really getting the so I'm not getting. I don't have enough units, I don't think, to just attrition my way through this. Fortunately, these are some tanky orcs that can take multiple auto cannon shots. Oh boy, Knob's getting wrecked. It's okay. I just gotta be careful with what I have left. Just seems like they're getting almost infinite amounts of resources, Space Marines. Or the infinite amounts of units. Though I guess I got a pretty sizable number of units as well, to begin with. I'm a little worried about... Gonna throw that there. I think that's gonna block my line of sight, but that's okay. I have some mobile units that can run around it. Get a line of sight on them. These guys do have a turn-in to do, so that's good. 19, perfect. So we need 1 more bit of scrap, and any scrap will do. Gonna destroy the Land Speeder Squadron here. They're almost dead. That's terminal damage, that's right. Almost dead. Not quite dead. I'm not dead yet. Bang. There we go. Alright, so this land speeder's gone. I can grab the scrap with the knobs, and now I just got a zone. What it comes down to now is that I got to zone units away. I should have moved closer so I could use the shoot over my Gretchen, because the Gretchen are reducing my DPS. The Predator with the autocannon should... I do have cover, so the Predator shouldn't be that good. Wow. Like, that's all you can say. With that sort of shooting, it's like, wow. Wow. 2 feet away and he misses. But over here, I'm sending all these units. Oh boy. These long things are... Oh boy. Well, one of them's down, so I might have a chance. This copter actually doesn't have any levels on it, so I'm going to push it forward. I'm going to try to get it to either kill this long fang, or at least be bait for him, so that this warbiker survives. Let's start pulling back. I do have some scrap now. Gotta push the pain boy forward. Heal these guys up. Push some Gretchen forward. Big Red can stick around. Actually, Big Red can fall back. Push the Gretchen up. Push the Krumpa back. These guys have such bad range. Alright. This thing doesn't have the greatest range either. I was actually surprised by that. I thought it would... It's an artillery piece, so I assumed it would have pretty good range. I wonder if like Imperial Guard get put in the game, I assume they're probably gonna have good range on their artillery pieces. They're probably better than what the orcs have, at least. So yeah, well, here we are. We've turned in. Only got a handful more pieces of loot to turn in. We got one on the Storm Boys somewhere. There we go. I'm gonna fall back with the Storm Boys. I don't really want them to. I don't really want them to. I think I can fly up onto the high ground. See if I can spot. Just keep tabs on these guys. And there's actually even more stuff. Is that the Whirlwind back there? Oh, Predator. Well, the Predator's a nuisance, but I think the Predator doesn't do very much damage. Those last cannons, though. Oh boy. They're like sniper rifles. I guess these guys... I shouldn't have done that probably, because these guys don't need a line of sight. They can just burn blindly. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, at least the... Oh, I'm gonna lose my biker. There's no way... Yeah, there's no way it's surviving that. Oh, that was... I think I could win... I think that assuming this is all they're getting, maybe a little more here and there, I think I can probably win this, even in just straight up attrition, but very frustrating. These guys are gonna have to retreat and retreat again, but I do think they still have space to retreat, so at least they don't get hit twice. The biggest problem is that when you have all these fast units, they can just rush into position. When there's so many fast units, they can just rush into position and there we go. All right, almost done. But when there's so many fast units, they can just rush them into position and suicide on top of you. And it doesn't matter that it's a stupid move or that it doesn't really make sense. It just frustrates the player. The fact that it doesn't get him much in the way of gain. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have just meleeed. Oh well. That was sad. There we go. Alright. Let's see if I can finish him off with these guys so that I don't have to... Oh boy. I don't know where my... There's my big wagon. Now these guys got some stuff. This shooting makes me want to cry. Oh, it's such orc shooting. I'm gonna rotate, turn the hull. There's still knight rampaging about. I got big red over here. These guys falling back. That's... Oh, nice. Okay, that's... There we go. There we're getting some stuff done. And there's the whirlwind. Wow. I can't actually... I don't actually have a line of sight on him, so I'm not allowed to shoot him. That's pretty crazy. This... That was a big mistake on my part. I should have thought that through, and I did not. 100% my fault. I'm gonna move to engage these annoying dreadnoughts and all those frustrating units. Mech gun's still pushing forward. I'm trying to get it, keep it. It's been hard to keep this gun staying on top of the advance, really. Just well, it doesn't even do much to... artillery just doesn't do much to units that aren't squishy. I'm just some... There's going to be quite a few dreadnoughts. The dreadnoughts won't do too well against some of these units, though, so... It's okay, they have last cannons over there who will probably wreck this unit. These flamers, ouch! They're gonna beat the storm boys a lot worse than they're gonna. That's actually perfect. Wasting the whirlwind's ammo on that, or one round of shooting on that. That's a lot worse because. All right. I'm just gonna see if this counts as a turn in or not, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. We got a long ways to go. Do I have any fast unit that I could just grab it? Fortunately, I don't have any fast unit that can just grab a bit of stuff and get out of dodge. I'm just gonna pulp this land speeder. Apparently, no, I'm not because RNGesus says so. They keep getting units. I guess the Space Marines just get an infinite amount of units. Let's see. I can't fire. Well, that's something. These guys, the thing is, these guys are terrible against in melee, so wow. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's something. I can use the Gretchen to scout. That's dread. I wish I could drop the I wish I could drop the stuff and have some other unit. What a shot. Oh boy. At this rate, we really stand no chance. At least the Predator is being broken. Actually, what am I doing? The last cannon needs to go. That's the biggest problem here anyway. Tank pushing forward, going after the Predator. 95% accuracy, and he misses one. It does practically no damage on the other. So I have to rely on the rockets and their completely random attacks to do stuff. Alright, I'm gonna push Big Red forward and deploy more bubble, I think. And why is this unit just not going down? This is like one of the tankiest land speeders I've ever had the misfortune of fighting against. They fired. I need to get into position to engage on these dreadnoughts. The dreadnoughts, though, are going to be a tough cookie. And those guys are gone. But here we are. We're going to try to close in on them. Gotta hit them from all sides and see what happens. Dreadnoughts are always tough SOB to deal with. And turn. And yeah. Not entirely sure what that was shooting at. So Gretchen down. That's tall. This is gonna be bad. It looks like they're using crack missiles rather than the explosive type. There we go. Welp. Okay, Gretchen. Hoof it as quickly as you can. Alright, let's see. They're gone. Gonna try to keep applying pressure and just well, they're almost gone. Okay, nice. We can definitely work with this. There's a whole bunch of Terminators there, which is a problem. These guys have to back off. Big Red is still around kicking. That's good. I still got a Pain Boy over here who I should have been using him much more often. I got that tank. There's a lot of dreadnoughts. Oh boy. If I can kill this whirlwind, that would be a nice pickup. It's a little bit of revenge for how much damage it's been doing to me. Swing those storm boys around behind it. Pull these guys back. I simply don't understand how these Terminators. It seems like they just get all sorts of reinforcing units from all around the map. He's still retreating. I don't really want to commit these guys into the fight because if I do, then I'm liable to lose them. I actually kind of want to bait. Dreadnoughts are pretty bad in close quarters, the vanilla ones, so. Oh boy. One orc pulped. That's okay. Friggin' Gretchen. Alright. It's a reaction arc, and I think that's going to be it. I can still fire. And hit a wall. Nice, okay. I can actually fire on those guys. Well, I have an option of either trying to pressure those Terminators up top or flexing to the south. But I don't have, actually I don't have quite the range for that. I can fire on those guys, but that's a waste, so I'm going to fire on the long things. Which will do some paltry damage. That's okay. Alright. Terminator's doing some pretty ludicrous damage, as is their forte. They still have that knight somewhere, which is mildly terrifying. I don't know where, because he can still do a lot of damage. That's the whirlwind, and he's sounds like he killed some stuff though. Oh no. Oh no, the knight came up from behind me and intercepted my attempt at a turn in. For a second I thought he was going to engage on these guys. I'm like, oh no, please no. So there's a knight right in my face. Well, I gotta try to run around him because I can't really. Oh boy. There we go. I might even be able to, you know what, I might even be able to. This whirlwind's gonna die, which is perfect. I actually might not even have to turn it on the over there, which is fine. I'm completely okay with that. I'm gonna pull these guys into the fray. Try to get into my opponent's backline. No accuracy to speak of. 90% accuracy there against the Dread, so I'm gonna go for that. Go for low-hanging fruit. And even get a little bit of damage in. Still trying to get the tank into position. That is not okay. That's not gonna work. It gets practically annihilated in one stomp, and they can't really hit the guy. So yeah, that's not good. Did they? Are you? Oh God. These guys just wandering into probably the worst area they could decide to go through. But I'm gonna bombard to the north because that's the area that has more trouble right now. Nice. That's that accuracy. That was not my target, but that's okay. Big Red is really beat up. I should have focused on the Swift Claws. He's now. Oh, I actually did manage to finish him off. 15. These are both pretty good. I'll take the always crits, but I think they're both pretty solid. Gonna keep marching south, trying to just. Oh boy. Alright, let's see. Can I heal him? I can't. I don't have Doc's tools off cooldown yet. These guys are just camped out over there. My tank's already made a move this turn, I think. Yeah, he doesn't have anything to shoot at. Okay. So, yeah, I gotta push north and see if I can snipe anything here. I don't even know. Alright, I think I'm basically... There's nothing much I can do. I'm trying to kill off the whirlwind and... There's a lot to do. I'm gonna try to avoid the dreadnoughts. I don't really... That was a miss. The guy does have a shield, I think, so I'm gonna push up to here and see if I can shoot at the knight. The knight has, I think it's like a 50% chance to simply reflect all incoming damage with the power field, with the warp shield or whatever it is. So, there's little I can do about that. I'm gonna enter in there. The predators came back actually, which sucks because getting some pretty solid work done with this battle wagon. The mechanized units for the orcs, some of them, a lot of them are very glass cannon, and I guess that for some ungodly reason the whirlwind still gets to shoot. Well, at least the flamer isn't doing very much. But I guess the whirlwind, even though it's tied down in melee, gets to shoot, which is a little annoying. And I wonder if I lost Big Red. I very well might have. Alright. Bye bye whirlwind. Get wrecked. Impedes movement. I'll take that. That sounds decent. I think that at this point, I just need to get this unit back. I think one turn and I'm done. Perfect. Awesome. Finally. Actually, really glad. How about, did I lose Big Red? I did not, which is good. I can heal him, and now the whirlwind's gone, so that's no longer a problem. I can open up. I can open up on that predator's flank. Welp, and lose a kill I can with rockets because it's orc shooting is orc shooting. I can't believe that predator's still alive. Finally. So that leaves the whole horde of units down south, which I can't really do anything about. And at least not until I kind of concentrate on them. And a handful of infantrymen up top, including Terminators, Bloodclaws, and some other shenanigans. So, huh. I can't actually hit them. God. Alright, let's see. Fall back to here. And, what a nuisance. Trying to get rear shots on the dreadnoughts too, because they do a lot. I don't really want to engage them head on if I can at all avoid it. There's a knight there. I don't know if the knight self repairs. Apparently, the knight can fire over buildings. There's always like a handful of strange rules in this game. I'm not entirely sure when something should or shouldn't work a certain way. And it can be a little annoying. I do still have these bikers, but the bikers do a lot of damage, but they're very, very glass cannony. I don't want to lose them. So, rush forward with the storm boys, get engaged on these long fangs. And force them out. I could try to get on top of the dreadnought. Move to there and then try to dash around. The walker's still intact. Oh, well, still kicking, I guess, is a bit better description of the state of affairs there. And I don't know, mech gun's still around. These guys are still around. I'm gonna start trying to. Oh, we got Bloodclaws. Huh. I can try to engage on them in a turn. And we're going to end turn and hope for the best, because, yeah, this knight is the biggest problem at this point. All these guys are routing off. And I'm able to put them down pretty effectively with just the battle wagon, I think. I can basically... Well, the battle wagon's actually going to get messed up a little bit here with the chainswords, but that's nothing too crazy. I can... Oh, and these guys came back. That's, oh boy, I didn't actually expect that. I completely forgot about them. And now my mech gun is being attacked. Oh dear. And I don't think this Warboy is going to survive. The autocannon can, oh, never mind. They're using the flamers. It actually doesn't make sense to use the flamers. They would have been better off just using autocannons, because they'd probably take a model with every volley. And it's okay. All right, I think we win by playing the objective. All right, so that was a bit of a long one, guys. Very tedious, very extended. You can see we actually eliminated a lot of stuff. I definitely think the AI got a significant advantage in points. I guess we are playing on a very high difficulty. If you guys stuck around to this point, I do appreciate you for watching. This was a very long one. I guess I apologize for that. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. I do post daily with quick match videos for Total War Warhammer, and I'm continuing this campaign with Sanctus Reach, and I still doing, of course, campaign work in Total War, and of course those tutorials to help you guys out with your campaigns in Total War. So, as usual, be sure, if you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe down below. If you have any comments, criticism, any suggestions for me on how to play the campaign here, obviously I'm not a great Sanctus Reach player. I'm just trying it out. Trying to get my best shake here. Then be sure to leave us any suggestions, comments, that sort of stuff down below, and I'll respond as soon as I can. And yeah, as usual, I appreciate you all for watching. And Wyvern out.